The pharmaceutical formulations are required to be stable. The manufacturer or applicant of the formulations, innovators of the formulations are required to demonstrate that the pharmaceutical formulation is stable, is safe and effective. The pharmaceutical formulations are made up of the APIs or drug substances and the excipients. One of the most important topic to understand regarding the stability of the pharmaceutical formulations is the composition. The drug substance is required to be stable over the period of shelf life, and the formulation is required to be safe and effective. Many of the times, the formulations become unstable due to the formation of impurities, and if the impurities are formed beyond the specification or beyond the safe limits, then the formulation cannot be safe and effective. There are several reasons for the impurity formation. There are several reasons for the drug degradation. Out of those, the most important is the instability or instability, you can say, for the APIs because of the effect of light, effect of humidity, effect of temperature, effect of oxidation, hydrolysis. That's why the APIs become less stable or get degraded. Also, the impurities coming from the excipients plays the critical role, and for that I have made this video. This is a very new topic to many of the viewers. The topic is reactive impurities in the pharmaceutical excipients and the impact detection and mitigation for the same. Many of the times, several times this happens, the drug product containing some excipients is stable, but if the excipients are changed, it becomes unstable. The reason is impurities coming from the excipients play the role. The APIs may be stable, compatible with some excipients, while it is not stable or compatible with some other excipients. The reason is excipient itself, and several times it is because of the reactive impurities in the pharmaceutical excipients. I welcome all the viewers to this topic, and I request you to be with me till the end of this video. We cannot formulate the product without impurities. We cannot manufacture the APIs without impurities. Similarly, we cannot make the excipients, we cannot make the raw materials without impurities. The reactive impurities are the unintended chemicals present in the excipients that can interact with the active pharmaceutical ingredients. And these interactions may lead to degradation of the drug, may lead to reduced potency, may lead to formation of potentially toxic byproducts, and that's why the impurity in the product get increased. The level of these impurities can vary between vendors and the excipient batches, so screening during the development becomes essential. You will get more information in this video regarding the reactive impurities in the excipients. So be vigilant and learn these things so that you will have the good understanding about this and you can apply this knowledge in your formulation development. The reactive impurities in the excipients can destabilize the drug products by reacting with the active ingredients. So, as we study the drug-drug interaction or compatibility, we study the drug excipient compatibility. Similarly, the drug excipient compatibility may get failed because of these reactive impurities in the excipients. Directly excipient doesn't interact, but the reactive impurity present in that excipient can interact with the API, and that may lead to formation of the impurities or may lead to the degradation. And these reactions may reduce the efficacy, may form the toxic degradants, may shorten the shelf life, or alter the product's appearance and performance. So, understanding regarding the excipients, compatibility between the excipient and the drug, and also the reactive impurities and their impact onto the stability of the drug substance is very important. Understanding and controlling these impurities is crucial for the product quality and the patient safety. Many of the times we find that the API is stable with some excipient or some supplier excipients or vendor's excipient, but not with the others. Why this happens? So this is because of the impurity profile of the excipient or presence of some reactive impurities in minor or higher amount. Now coming to the common types of reactive impurities. Example is lactose. So reducing sugar such as lactose and glucose can interact with the amine drugs, causing the Maillard reactions and discoloration. This is very common type of interaction and many of the pharma professionals know this reaction. Then aldehydes like formaldehyde and acetaldehyde present in PEG and polysorbates react with the amine or hydroxyl groups, and that's why there may be the possibility of impurity generation. Peroxides often in PEG or PVP can induce oxidative degradation, and if your API is oxygen sensitive or if it is undergoing oxidative degradation, then these peroxide impurities will have great impact. Organic acids may react with the amino or hydroxyl groups, while nitrites and nitrates can form the carcinogenic nitrosamines. So, nitrosamine formation is also an example of these reactive impurities from the excipients. Trace metals such as iron or copper can catalyze oxidation, accelerating the drug degradation. Now, see the source and formation. Reactive impurities can originate from the manufacturing process of the excipient degradation over time, storage conditions, or differences between the vendor batches. Residual solvents, catalysts, heat, light, moisture, and poor storage can all contribute to decreased impurity levels. Sorry, it is increased impurity levels. And if you want to decrease the impurity levels, you need to understand these reactive impurities and the stress conditions. So this will help you to make the careful selection and control of the critical excipients. Effect on the drug products. So reactive impurities can cause instability and degradation, may lead to reduced potency and shorter shelf life. Toxic byproduct may form, posing safety risk. Performance can be affected, for example, when the formaldehyde cross-links the gelatin shells, slowing the dissolution. Discoloration, such as browning, may occur due to Maillard reactions. Many of the times we come across the slower dissolution of the hard gelatin capsules. That may be because of the presence of aldehydes, presence of formaldehyde in some excipients that can cause the cross-linking. How the problems occur? So chemical reactions between the reactive impurities present in the excipients and the APIs can include oxidation by peroxides or metals, Maillard reactions when sugar and amines between the sugar and amines when present, nitrosation forming the nitrosamines, and hydrolysis promoted by acids or bases. These reactions compromise the quality, safety, and stability of the product. So now, till now, you might have got idea regarding the impurities in the excipients can react with the API, which may lead to formation of the impurities. It is very important to understand these things so that whenever you are selecting the excipients, whenever you are making the formulation, that time you will use this knowledge. Mitigation strategies. So how to mitigate? To manage the reactive impurities, excipients should be screened early using the sensitive analytical methods such as GC/LC, ICP-MS, and some others. You can use stabilizers like antioxidants, which can prevent the oxidation. You can go for extensive vendor qualification, which ensures the reliable supply, and process optimization controls. Then controlling the pH, moisture, and temperature. Formulation design should focus on excipient compatibility with the API. Regulatory and quality perspective. Regulatory guidelines such as ICH Q3A, Q3B, ICH Q9, USP PHUR, and FDA emphasize controlling impurities, risk management, and ensuring the compatibility. Following these standards ensure product safety, quality, and compliance throughout development and the manufacturing. First thing is we should know regarding the reactive impurities in the excipients, and we should have the understanding that these reactive impurities can react with the API and there may be formation of the impurities, so that you can use this understanding to improve your formulation and to reduce the formation of the impurities. Reactive impurities can silently impact drug product stability and safety because we don't know how these impurities will affect the formulation, how it will affect the API stability and form the impurities. These originate from excipient manufacturing. These may be coming from the degradation of the excipient or poor storage. Early detection, careful vendor control, and formulation design optimization are essential. You can also perform excipient compatibility with different vendors in different concentrations or different grades and check whether the impurities are being formed or not. Managing the reactive impurities help to improve the shelf life, maintain the shelf life, make the stable formulations, and high quality pharmaceutical product, protecting both the patients and the brands. Now, one by one, I will walk you through the excipients and the impurities present and how they impact the drug product. Lactose, it is having a type of impurity that is reducing sugar. Examples, notes, glucose, amorphous lactose. These can interact with amine API via Maillard reaction, leading to discoloration and degradation. Commonly used excipients like MCC, starch, PEG, polysorbates, these also have some impurities. MCC have the impurities like aldehydes, peroxides, metals, nitrites and nitrates. Furfural formaldehyde, trace metals and nitrites are there. Oxidation, API degradation and nitrosamine formation is the impact. Starch, pre-gelatinized starch contain reducing sugar, aldehydes as impurities. Glucose, furfural Maillard reaction, chemical degradation. Some of the APIs maybe are less stable with the starch as excipient. PEG, aldehydes, peroxides, organic acids, formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, peroxides, formic acid, oxidative degradation, API instability. Polysorbate 80, commonly called as or known as a solubilizer wetting agent, and it is used commonly as a dissolution improving agent or solubility improving agent. Contain aldehyde, organic acid, formaldehyde, formic acid, reacts with amine hydroxyl group and lead to degradation. Copoidone, crosspoidone contain the peroxides, hydrogen peroxide, oxidative degradation of the sensitive APIs. Glycerin, aldehyde, organic acids, glyceraldehyde, acetaldehyde, API degradation by hydrolysis or oxidation. Calcium phosphate contain metals, FeCuZn, catalyzes oxidation, accelerates API degradation. Magnesium stearate contain metals, trace metals. Trace metals can catalyze oxidation or chemical reactions. HPMC AS, hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose acetate succinate, organic acids. Residual free acids from the synthesis reacts with APIs and lead to degradation. Sorbitol is a commonly used diluent. Sorbitol related acids may be there. Ester formation with API with the carboxylic groups. There are different excipients with different reactive impurities. These may react and may lead to API degradation. So you should always think as a presence of reactive impurities in the excipient as a root cause for your impurity level increase. Whenever you find a problem of impurity in the formulation, you always should think regarding this. You can also make formulation batches without some excipients to check whether that excipient is responsible or whether that excipient containing some reactive impurities are there responsible for the formation or degradation of the APIs or formation of the impurities. If you know the root cause, you can have some mitigation strategies. I think this video got lengthy, but to cover all the points is important. So I hope this video will help you to get the new knowledge, new understanding in this area. If you have any questions or queries, you can comment. I will try to answer. Thank you for watching the video.